So is the Wii U rare? Now that's a question. See, it all kind of started when I wanted to get a Wii U. Now, I've kind of wanted a Wii U for a while. Not when it came out, because that was a pile of garbage. I think everyone can agree it's considered a failed console. But towards the Switch release, I was kind of thinking about it, just because Breath of the Wild was coming out, and at that point, that was already at the end of the Wii U's life cycle, so a lot of good games were already out, like Tropical Freeze, Captain Toad, new Super Luigi U, and so on. And while there were ports of games like Mario Maker on 3DS, it just wasn't the same. I eventually stuck with the Switch because at that point in time, the Wii U's price was still pretty high. Nintendo didn't really want to drop it. So the Switch wasn't that much higher, and it's a new console. I mean, the Wii U kind of looks like a prototype Switch, and the Switch is sleek, it's nice, new games are coming out for it, and it's still having support for it now. So I figured, alright, let's get a Switch now. And then maybe later in the future, if I feel like getting a Wii U, I'll have the opportunity. The price kind of dropped down a little bit, went a little here, a little there. So recently, a local game store was having a sale for Wii U's for $9.99. Yep, $9.99. $99. And some other places were having it for $110. GameStop recently dropped it down from $160 to $150, which is still a bit much for me to buy. So $100 was a pretty good deal. I felt like this was the right time to go pick up a Wii U, especially since the market's so cheap right now. No one's really caring for a lot of the first-party titles like Paper Mario and Mario Maker and so on. So I felt this is the perfect time to collect for Wii U, because it is a really good console, just had a lot of flaws, especially when it came to marketing and third-party support and so on and so on. And, you know, I'll make a video separately at some point explaining the good parts about a Wii U, because I love my weird shit, and Wii U is kind of a weird piece of shit. But it has some positives. But I'll cover that in another video. So, this was my story. So, I went to another game store B, and I traded in a few games there just to get some extra cash. So I got some extra cash, then I head over to Game Store A to pick up the Wii U that was the deal for the month. And I walked around and I went to the guy, he goes, "Hey, can I help you?" I'm like, "Hey, yeah, you have a Wii U." And he goes, "Nope, just sold our last one or two earlier today." Well, shit, I mean, that's kind of my luck, right? That's kind of what I expect to happen to me. You know, I go somewhere it's not there. So, you know, I figured, okay, let me call their store in the county next to mine, because I work in a different county and I pass by there every time I go to work. So, you know, I called up and they said, "We may have sold our last one, but I think we might have one more. Let me check in the back." So the guy goes to the back, and this is all over the phone, and he comes back and goes, "Hey, so we have the console, but we don't have the gamepad," which is, for all you know, it's important part. It's like a 2-in-1 piece, basically. So he told me basically didn't have one. Well, shit, no place has a Wii U, at least for the price I'm looking for, and I'm not going to travel extensively far for one or anything like that. So, well, shit, I guess everyone bought up a Wii U? I don't know. So, I went to GameStop, picked up a couple of games, because I'm still planning on getting one at some point. So I picked up a couple of games, I went back to Game Store B and see if they had one. And I asked the guy there, he goes, "Oh, let me check in the back. We might have one." He goes back there, comes back, "Yeah, sorry man, we don't have one." What the fuck? I just want a Wii U. Why is a Wii U so hard to get in 2018, where an NES Classic is easier to get than a Wii U, a failed Nintendo console from 2012? This isn't like the Virtual Boy. Come on. So there's one more store I decided to look for. There's another game store by me. It's kind of more of a card shop, but they do sell video games. So I went there and I looked, and on their shelf, their like back area behind the counter, bunch of boxed Wii U's. I at least had to have to have been 4 to 6. I thought, well, shit. As long as it's not GameStop price, I'll be good. So I asked the price. It was $120. So I said, great. Can you do $110? He said, sure. Tax was $6, so it was kind of closer to $120 anyway. But still, I was fine paying a little bit extra, because at that point, I was going all around town and figuring the shit out just to get a Wii U. I said to myself, I am dead set on getting a Wii U today. So I bought that Wii U, and I came home. Actually, I went to work right after that. Then I came home, which I work really late hours, so I didn't really get a chance to plug it in until the following day. So I plugged everything in, I turned on, you know, my Wii U on my TV here and everything, and it said I need to turn on my gamepad to connect it. Okay. Yeah, not working. Turns out the place I bought it from doesn't include the charge cables for the gamepad. And because Nintendo likes their own special cords and plugs for everything, I couldn't use one for the 3DS or my 2DS or my Switch or Wii or anything. I had to buy a whole new cord. So, you know, shit. I had a little time before work, and so I called up. Well, I actually called up. I looked on my local GameStop app, and they said they had a cord, a Wii U tablet gamepad charging AC adapter, charging cable. So I drive over there before work, and here's what happened. I looked, I didn't see one, so I asked the store clerk. He said, well, we have one in stock, but we can never find it. My luck. So he said, okay, I'll go look in the back. He goes to look in the back, and then he comes out and goes, yeah, sorry man, we don't got one. So god damn it, I finally got a Wii U, and I can't even play it. What a load of shit. So I had to go to work, so I didn't have any time to hit up other, you know, GameStops or whatever. It's just a cord, you know, it's only a couple bucks. And so right after my first shift at work, I had an hour. It's an hour before GameStop was closing. So I went to the one in the other county, and I asked them about it. They said, yeah, we should have like a bunch. So, you know, took me back, and yeah, they had a bunch. So I finally got a Wii U charging cable and a couple more games, which is great because now I can play my Wii U. The next day, I plugged everything in, charged it, everything was charged, and I finally got to play my Wii U. And I played some Mario 3D World, which was really fun. I was really excited to play it. And I actually did stream the other day Super Mario Maker, so that's in my streams playlist and all that if you want to go look for that. So I'm really happy to finally get a Wii U, and can't wait to collect more for it, because there's a lot of good games I still want for it I don't already have. I only have about 6 games for it. I believe it's Star Fox Guard, Nintendo Land, Mario Maker, Super Luigi U, Mario 3D World, and NES Remix. So those are great. I'm going to get some Virtual Console games because there's a lot of good stuff I'm going to talk about in a separate video, as I mentioned earlier. But my point is a Wii U rare? Now, it's really weird that a failed console from 2012 was so hard to find, because it normally goes for so cheap, and no one really seems to want it in terms of the collecting market or anything. It's just, why was it so hard to find? My theory is that people don't normally sell them in stores. A lot of people will tend to just go on online marketplaces or just try and give it away at some other place because they don't have a certain part for it, whether it's the gamepad or cables or, you know, what have you. Because it is a 2-in-1 kind of system. You need 2 parts for it. So I can see where people don't really give it into stores for that, and I'm not paying $150 at GameStop for it. I'm sorry, I'm just not. So maybe that's why, especially when it's kind of cheaper, some people who may be in that kind of, okay, I don't have a Switch yet, but I want to get something a bit cheaper. And for these deals, people go and, buy them up. That, what may have been happening. Now, is it rare? I don't think so. I think a lot of it is just, one, I have horrible luck. That's just a given. And two, it's just a matter of where you look. Some places have them, some places don't. Some places that would have them more, people just don't buy. Some places that have them for cheaper, people do buy. It's a weird anomaly that's going on. Now, one day, sure, it could. It's this weird failed console that has a weird tablet component to it. Unlike the Switch, where it's tablet or console, not, both in one. So, one day it could be. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But right now, I have my Switch. Wii U. Sorry. It's over there. And I'm looking for a place with more games on it. I may stream some more games, maybe more Mario Maker, maybe NES Remix or Super Luigi or something. I don't know, but I'm super excited to finally get one. And it was a huge hassle, more than it really, really needs to be. And I'm sure this video's gone on for long enough. So, what do you think about the Wii U? Do you think it will be rare one day? Do you have trouble finding it other places? I don't know. Share your thoughts and comments in the comments section down below, and make sure to subscribe, hit that bell, follow social media, yada yada yada, all that janky stuff. So, until then, have a nice day.